Now, I'm not going to wait for anyone to be here because this message, or I'm doing this live just to address a certain individual. So when you join me, we're not going to be having a conversation in this video. This is to my subscribers or my viewers. And I'm sure when you find this, I mean, my subscribers or my viewers, when you find this video, you're going to be very surprised to know that I have not gone live for over a year. And suddenly I had a live yesterday, and here I am again today. But this could not wait. So while I appreciate you listening to me, I'm not going to be talking to you in this video. I'm going to address an individual who sent me this letter that I'm going to read. And for those of you who have been watching me for 7 years, you know how many times I tell you why I don't go to people when I have certain messages. Or if I get a dream that I think is disturbing and I want to share it with somebody, I always tell you people throughout my childhood until this very moment, when I try to share with people, they usually are very rude and very disrespectful. But I'm going to address it, and I'm going to try not to use certain epithets to describe this individual. I'm going to do my best because I'm going to be honest with you. There is a part of me, that trifling part of me, that knows how to get low, but I'm going to try to rise above that. And I'll see how I do. I'm not making any promises. Okay. Now, maybe 2 days ago, I went under CMR's one of his videos, and I said to him, CMR, I really would like to get a hold of you or get in touch with you. Can I have your email? And then when I didn't hear a response, because usually these individuals on YouTube, these Jamaican vloggers especially, when they start getting attention, they often start thinking that the whole world revolves around them and that everyone wants to get a walk off of them. Okay? But that was not the case. Truthfully speaking, I was reaching out with no ill intention. I'm going to read this letter and I'm going to really engage with it. So, Mr. CMR said, hello, good day. I hope all is well with you. Thank you very much, CMR. I hope all is well with you too. However, I saw the message you post on your page. People sent it to me. But before I continue, I must say to you, but he didn't say I'm going to read it as is. I must say, do you understand why people think you are an attention seeker? You have a message and a message or warning for me. Now, I have been on YouTube for 7 years. And every so often, when my subscribers saying, how is it that you don't have more views? I often said to them, because I'm not about that life. And I would go and show them I know how to get views. And so I'd do a topic, a trending topic, and it would have 180 something thousand views. It would have 50,000, 40,000. But usually those videos are mixed up stuff. If it's trending, people are going to be looking for the topic. So I say to my subscribers, I'm a very spiritual person. And the things that I'm interested to talk about or the people that I'm interested in, most people are not interested in that content. So for this gentleman to be saying that I'm an attention seeker, well, I'm using my platform today to seek some attention, yours and others. How about that? Because I'm going to say to you, first and foremost, you of all persons, CMR, telling someone that they're seeking attention, who could want attention more than you? A man who allows himself to be emasculated on the internet. Who? Now, let's continue. I have so much ways for persons to get to me, IG, Facebook, email, etc. And all these are made public. Even my phone number is public on Instagram. So I really don't see why you made a post public to get to me. But here I am. First of all, you're assuming that everybody is about that life. It's only recently that my sister set up an Instagram page for me. And people who I know can tell you that I hardly ever comment on their videos or, be on IG like that. That's not my life. I have another life outside of YouTube. I am not really interested to be into people's business like that to where I know where to find them. I went under your video, your music video on CMR, and left you a note and said to you, can I have your email? And then when I didn't hear from you, I go on my page and I said, I'm giving you 24 hours to respond, and then I'm going to post it. So maybe you think that you are that guy where everybody knows you, know where to find you, or everybody is interested in your life in such a way that they're going to go all over trying to find you. Under your video, that was sufficient for me. Also, you spoke on my wife's name with little to no information about her, and that was shame on you because if you had informed yourself by watching her content, then you would not have said what you said about her. That goes to show you that you never really watch us to even know us. Okay, I respect your opinion. Now, here's mine. I've been watching Chrissy since she lived in Jamaica on Watch Chrissy Work. I remember when you set things up for her. I've been watching you so long, CMR. When you first came out and people thought you were Vibes Cartel, you were speaking like Vibes Cartel. I don't even hear that accent anymore, but you were doing everything to, emulate Vibes Cartel. You're, playing his music and talking about him. Were you seeking attention that time? When you actually did the most to sound like Vibes Cartel? The first time I heard you, I went to under your post and I'm saying, are you sure you're not Vibes Cartel? So were you seeking attention? Were you seeking attention when you went on Wiz? Um, and I forget his wife's name. When they invited you on their show to talk, and you invited Chrissy to come on and tell the people why you were so lazy and why you were not helping her. Yeah, we're going to go all the way back since you said that if I had watched your content, I would not have said what I said. Yeah, that night when they called the show and Chrissy told the people that you were so lazy and you were not helping her and that there was a funeral home next door to where she lives and you should go over there and F the dead people. That show. So I was seeking attention and I don't know you guys. I am going to say this, and whether she accepts it or not, that's irrelevant. I actually love Chrissy. I like Chrissy a lot. That's why I was following her. That's why I was watching her. I remember when she first went to the United States of America, the whole thing. I watched her the whole time when she was pregnant, even after I did that video talking to her about certain things that she used to say. I admired her. In fact, I was more of a fan of Chrissy than I was of you. I watched you because you did a family, you were doing your family thing together. I made that video and it's obvious, and I'm going to address it. It's obvious that it touched a button. I did that video because I thought here we have two young Jamaican YouTube sensation doing so well. And I did not want you to go down a certain path that would cause people to turn against you. And there were times when Chrissy would say something that was inappropriate or disrespectful or prejudice. And so I addressed it because when I would say things under your comment section, sometimes you guys would delete my comments. So I made a video when you were going to that zoo and she was saying you were going to see your family. And I don't want to rehash that video because it stands on its own. I was actually feeling sorry for you, CMR, because I thought to myself, well, this man needs someone to really address the situation. Now, I kind of knew that there was something lacking, which was balls or the ability to withstand that kind of disrespect on social media for your YouTube penny. Because I like somebody, and this is what a lot of persons don't understand. Because I like somebody doesn't mean I can't tell them the truth. And so when I saw the kids in that vehicle and heard mommy saying some of the things that she was saying, it bothered me. And I'm saying sometimes children hear conversation and they might not say anything to you, but they absorb that. This is why a lot of our people bleach their skins because they hear our own people saying these negative things about Black people. And that's all I was doing. There was no ill intention. I had no intention to be rude. I just said my piece and I moved along. So for you to say that if I had informed myself by watching the content, I wouldn't have said what I said. I said what I said because I was watching it. And I thought that she was saying things that people didn't have the courage to tell her wasn't right. I find a lot of persons when they're following you and they like you, even when you do wrong, they will not say it. Perhaps they don't want to get cut out. They don't want to be dismissed. They feel like if they tell her the truth, you're not going to like them or they won't get to be a part of your show. But I'm not like that, okay? I tell the truth. Whether you like it or not, that is your problem. That goes to show that you never really watch us to even know us. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people I say, go and watch this family, go and watch this channel? Here are some Jamaican people doing some good things. I love it. So you are the one who don't know what you're talking about. Now I say all that you said. You wanted me to reach out because you have a warning. That is in itself was not the proper way to word it, but you wanted to make an alarm. Well, here I am listening. And of course, listening is written in bold. That was not a way. You're going to tell me how I was supposed to word it. It was a warning. It was a warning. First and foremost, you don't believe in those things anyway, but I still felt that I wanted to share my opinion. I wanted to not just share my opinion, I wanted to share this dream that I had about you, CMR, that I felt was very scary and that was something that I should share. But I'm used to it. Trust me, it's usually the response that I get. So, CMR, know that I have addressed the issue about me needing attention and about me not watching your channel. I won't be watching your channel after today, to be honest with you, because there's nothing spectacular about you. There's nothing about you that would make me continue to watch you when someone reach out to you in a very respectful way and you choose to write this very disrespectful note. Now, I'm not saying you don't have a right to write it. You can write whatever you want to write. You can say anything you want to say. It is your prerogative. Okay. And in this video, I'm not going to give you the warning. I'm just going to post it on my channel because since I'm looking for attention, I'm an attention seeker. You are not alone in that belief. You best believe it. So when you hear that or when you speak that to me, I'm not offended because you wouldn't be the first and you certainly will not be the last person to say this, CMR. Okay. Now, what I'm happy for is to see how you came out like a real man in this letter and you defend your woman. Good. That's how it's supposed to be. Do you understand? But let me tell you something. When you talk about attention, you touched the button because guess what? There's no one else, no other man on the internet love attention than you. Because the truth, the only thing left for Christy to do is to slap you with the undies. Okay. And I appreciate the fact that you're so patient and you can handle it. You can handle it. Now, I'm going to also say that few days ago, someone sent me a video with you and asked me to respond to it. And I'm like, I did that already. I'm not interested to do that because I'm not a trifling person. It's not my intention to bring anybody down. Also, I was not interested to respond to that video because the truth of the matter is, I do owe Chrissy an apology. Sometimes women behave a certain way or say certain things because there is this latent, underhanded sort of pressure that they go under, you know? they they suppress some things, and so when they come out and they make remarks that may come across as disrespectful, there's always something else in the back that people don't know. So when she makes these remarks, when she made a remark about the spot on the wall, perhaps she was only saying that because she was stressed out. So I do owe her an apology. Okay, now the video that the person sent to me to respond to was with her cooking, and while she's at the stove with her baby on her side, and you were holding the camera, and she begged you to take that baby from her several times, and you did not. And she has to go on the internet and loud you up for you to assist her while she's pregnant. So if any apologies it should have been done, yeah, I would owe her an apology because yeah, I spoke on something she said or things she would do to you and not realize that when she was doing those things, it was just a cry for help. So even if Chrissy was to come out here and cuss me out, I wouldn't blame her because you're supposed to stand up for your man. But I learned a lesson from it, and I've been watching for a while, and I really do realize why she treats you that way. Okay, so don't come for me. Don't come for Queen Jenny. Don't do it. Don't do it. Before I forget, I'm going to say something to you. If I am seeking attention, here's who I would want attention from. And these individuals, some are alive and some are now transcended and now are my ancestors. Rosa Parks, Nzinga, Sojourner Truth, Winnie Mandela, Harriet Tubman. These are the type of persons who inspire me. These are the individuals that I would want attention from, not a man who, does pranks on the internet with his woman riding some fake man. No. Or if I'm going to going to someone who's alive, I would go to Omar Johnson, Muta Baruka, Steve Biko, or Booker T. Washington, just to name a few. These are the kind of people that I would want to get attention from. Here are the kind of books that I read. Yeah, these are the kinds of books I read and purchase, and I don't need to name them now. These are the people who inspire me. This is where I go for my source. Do you understand CMR? So again, fix up your talk, okay? Because if attention is what I want, I wouldn't be having people on my channel beg me to come on live or beg me to drop a video. Or when I say I'm quit, I'm tired, I'm bored, I'm done with it, they say come forward, okay? Because people are not willing to skin out and spread out and pretend like they're grinding somebody else's man or doing the cheating pranks doesn't mean that I would not be able to get attention. I choose to stay in my lane. And none of you, not one of you, have anything on me. Not one of you. CMR, you can't talk to me. I'm a queen because I could tell you some things. I could use some choice words to you, CMR, but I'm choosing not to because I don't believe in emasculating a man and I don't believe in turning on my own fellow Jamaicans. I don't do that. I'm not interested in doing that. I came with pure intention out of concern because I believe what I believe and I practice what I believe. And I thought that if you get a message that is something that would help someone to walk a certain path, then you deliver that message. Now you're not the first. And the reason why I put that post up is because I don't want to go into anyone's email or inbox anymore because, for example, I had a situation with a young lady. And listen, I don't want to call your name in this because I really love you, genuinely love you. And I've since taken down that video that I made with you because we talk, we're good. But that situation where I was reaching out to you and I wasn't responding, and then I made a video and you said you read it and you responded and I didn't see it, that's why I said to myself, okay, let me reach out. But every time I do it, I get slapped in the face. Okay. This is why I chose not to. And I wasn't even thinking, oh, let me go find your phone. I would never do that. I would never, ever look for somebody's phone number and call them ever. This is my platform. If I want to reach somebody, if I have a message from for someone, I will either go under your video online or do a post or do a video on my channel. I can do whatever I want to do on my channel, just like you can. I can criticize you. If you're saying or doing things that I feel like as an observer, it bothers my spirit, and as someone who really wishes well for your family, I can actually come and say, hey, take it easy. Be careful, because the whole world is watching. And sometimes when we're on the internet, we don't remember that the whole world is watching. We think we're in our bedroom doing these things, not realizing that people are watching. And some of the things we say offend others. This is why I'm very cautious with my words right now, because I could start describing you, but I'm going to offend somebody. Somebody's going to fit that description and they're going to be offended. And even though I would have every right to be rude and disrespectful, I still have to be mindful of the people who watch me. Okay. They're very disrespectful, extremely disrespectful. And this is one of the problem with Black people. When they start to get a little attention and they start to make their way out of that barrel, they often are so disrespectful. All of a sudden, they're everything, and the whole world is at their feet, and everybody should bow down and surrender to them. But that's not me. That's not me. So when he says that, no wonder, I must say, do you understand why people think you're an attention seeker? Of course. Of course they would think, because guess what? You're operating on the lowest frequency. So you would not be able to understand a person like me. You're operating, the vibration is so low, CMR, that of course you could not understand my intention or what I am trying to do. Attention. Do you hear who I want attention from? I want attention from the likes of, Harriet Tubman, Winnie Mandela. And this is my thing there, as you would say. Okay. I've watched you guys for years. I've supported you for years. And if my fans or my supporters or my friends wish to come under this video and say, I only knew about your channel because of Jenny. So I'm just addressing this here, and then I'm going to go and make another video with why I was getting a hold of you. So why not juice it? If you're looking for attention, when you get the attention, you should really work with it. There's nothing about you, CMR, that would have me so interested in your life that I was going to go through the most to try to get your attention. Nothing, like I said, the lowest frequency. What you produce, the stuff that you're putting out there, truthfully speaking, I watch because of Chrissy and I watch because of the children, not because of you. But you know what? Sometimes that's how the universe works. And test causes to test the spirit. Because had I not come to you or make that post, I wouldn't see why your wife cannot stand you. I wouldn't understand it. I wouldn't understand why she behaved the way she does. Okay? So I'm addressing CMR. People are asking who is CMR. This if listen, Queen J, if he sees that comment, he's probably gonna be is Andy's are gonna be in a bundle, because he thinks he's all that and then some. And I'm not trying to disrespect him to say that he's nothing, but when he comes for me like this, when you come at me like that, CMR, listen, my fangs come out. And listen, I'm very surprised that I'm actually staying so calm, because there's a lot I could try to respond to this video in a way that make you have to curl up and hide your face. Listen, attention, me, I'm seeking attention, but for all the right reason. You will never see me emasculating my husband for attention. You will never see me, doing all kinds of nasty things to get attention. What I'm trying to do is promote peace, yes, and to level up and to raise the vibration in our community. I thought that people who have such a great platform and have the opportunity to reach so many people could do so much more than just tap into that low frequency. Okay. So I'm not going to drag this out too long. I'm going to just talk to my people a little bit just before I go. Okay. So some people are going to look you up. CMR, he is the same person who is called um, uh, Kushane and Chrissy are the Carter family. That's the person that I'm addressing here. That's the person with my good intention. I reached out because of a very disturbing dream that I got. The thing is, I know this guy, there's nothing about him that is spiritual, but I still feel like when I get a message, I must deliver it. And that's what I was trying to do. Now, those of you who have got messages from me in the past, who probably have, were skeptical, you learn the hard way, not necessarily the hard way, but when my dreams are manifest, what can you say? When I do this live and I'm going to keep it up, and I'm not sure what you're going to try to do to take it down because that's what you all do. Try to cancel other person's channel, but you cannot cancel purpose. Okay, you can't cancel the queen, and you can't come from, because if you do, you have to come with intelligence. Now I read your email and I read it in a way how it's supposed to be written. So let me tell you something. You can't try to embarrass me. You can't disrespect me. When you're writing big bold, I'm listening. I'm not going to deliver no message to you at this point. I'm going to share my vision online and let it stay there and do what it do, because it's only a matter of time before it happens. Okay, you never heard of him. They have a huge platform. They're well known, and a lot of persons like their show. I was one of them. I'm not going to be watching that guy anymore because he's disrespectful, and anyway, it is what it is. This is a problem with some of these people from Jamaica or Black people. When you, as an African person, as themselves, come to them, manners and respect, Lady G. When you come to these individuals and you try to, encourage them, and because you're not telling them what they want to hear, their ego is so big that when you're not telling them what they want to hear, all of a sudden they're so disrespectful and they get down to the lowest frequency. As I said before, I was not rude to him. I was not disrespectful. The man actually is asking me, why do I have to go on my platform that I have the right to use and leave this message for him? Why did I not call his phone? You're not that important for me to go seek and look for your email. I don't live on the internet. I have another life outside of YouTube. YouTube does not pay my bills, therefore I don't have to be on it, and I don't have to be on all the platform. I'm not even the kind of person who's so sociable. Doing a YouTube live is a big deal for me. Do you understand? It's a big deal. It's not something that I love. It's something that I said this year I'm going to try to do a little more, because my subscribers, my supporters watch me for an entire year hiding behind pictures. My subscribers watch me put my camera on the wall, put my camera on the dirt, put my camera on the floor, and all kinds of stuff. They still support me. So it's because of them. Sometimes I make the effort to come live, not because I have to, because I want to. So you are not the only one who recognize me. You're the only one who would not respond to me publicly, because guess what? You feel that if you talk to me, you see my value, and you know that if you address me, you're afraid of what's going to happen. But I'm growing my channel organically. And I believe that what is meant to be will be. And what I want to produce every so often when I go into the little drama and I go into the little, whatever, and I see how the views sky through the roof, that's not me. I run away from that thing. I give thanks, Lady G. I run from that stuff. And I don't try to get up because of other people, because I don't want you, CMR, to be the reason why I'm known. But I'm addressing you because you're rude and disrespectful. Do you understand? And to talk about not knowing your wife or not watching her and disrespecting her, that is ridiculous. How did I disrespect Chrissy? By saying to her, be careful of what you say. Don't use those words to describe your husband when your children are listening. How did I disrespect her? How? By telling her the truth? This is a problem with you, black people. You don't like to hear the truth from your own. Meantime, you don't mind being kicked and slapped by other persons. You can't handle me. You can't handle my truth. And so I'm going to just leave it there. I'm going to rest it. But stay tuned. I'm not doing this for you. I'm going to be talking about you in the video, but I could care less what happens. I'm just sharing it. And I'm also going to share another vision that I got with you guys. Those of you who are from my channel and that you're watching, yes, I'm going to, post two. I'm going to post the one that was supposed to address that fellow. See, I'm still trying to be respectful to him. I'm not going to go down that place because it's very easy to go down to that very disrespectful place and to start calling him names and describing him and the most. I'm just gonna say, bless up yourself, CMR, and bless up yourself, Chrissy. And yeah, if I owe you an apology, is that I did stop for a moment to say, why is this woman speaking to this man in this way or this tone? There was a reason for it. And sometimes as women, when we're angry about something, we're angry about the orange, and then we flare up about the sugar cane. And oftentimes that's what's going on with Chrissy. I will continue to watch Chrissy, even if she comes out to cuss me, it doesn't matter. I'll continue to watch her and support her. Hey, CMR is only a matter of time. And the vision that I got for you, yeah, Chrissy is going to figure it out. Listen, people, I'm not going to stay much longer here. I'm going to move along. I addressed him. There's nothing else I have to say to them. Okay? Yeah, they can't sour my spirit. No, 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 no. I spend too much time in prayer and meditation. I have too much connection with the spiritual world for me to allow somebody who needs to grow up. All right. So bless up yourself, everyone.